Greetings, wild and tame souls. I'm Lucinda Bakken-White, and today I'm going to help Linda unravel a message from an encounter she had with a fox. Now, this fox was deceased, and it brings up a point. Is the message different when you come across an animal that is deceased or alive? And the answer is sometimes, not always. I'm a bone woman, and I do come across deceased animals all the time. And the message is the same for me whether the animal is dead or alive. But in the case of this story, it does make a difference. It is symbolic of something. Every story is different. A few weeks ago, I came across the dead body of a beautiful fox cub. It was lying in a field that I frequent. It showed no signs of wounds, not that I could see. I knelt down and stroked it, and said a blessing for its onward journey, and in celebration of its short life. I left it where it was so that other wildlife could benefit from the little cub's death. A few days later, I went back to see if it was still there, but there was no trace of it. Then, a few days on from that, I was surprised to discover the remains of the little fella. At first, I didn't know what I was looking at, but then the realization dawned. It was the head and spine of the cub. I'm wondering what the significance of this find is. I've never found bones before. I always seem to come across corpses. So this is my first bone, even though I first encountered the corpse. What could it mean? Well, it means a lot. This is a really powerful encounter. She came across a dead corpse, and when she came back, it was down to the bone, but she only saw the skull and the spine. This is indicative of transformation. First, the life of a fox ended. It's an ending. It's a death. But death is not final. And it transformed into bones, and it fed other life. But the bones that were remaining were the spine and the skull. I know a little bit about Linda's personal life. She shared with me that she has suffered from sexual trauma, and she's been doing quite a bit of healing around it. And I feel that this story is indicative of her healing and the good work that she's done. Fox is symbolic of many things, but number one, it's a shapeshifter. It can change its energy. It likes to hunt in a field against the edge of the forest because that keeps it camouflaged. It knows how to blend into its environment, shapeshift and change. Linda is shapeshifting and changing. Fox is also symbolic of Kundalini energy, sexual energy, and she's healing her sexual energy, the second chakra. Now, because it's the spine and the skull, it indicates that she has cleared this trauma, the sexual trauma, and that the energy is rising up her spine to the skull for illumination, for a higher vibration, for shifting the energy from something that's lower, dense, painful, traumatic. She's been able to turn it into something useful. She has wisdom now, she's healed it, and then she will be able to help other people with that healing modality. So I think this is a really beautiful story about the cycle of life and healing and deep connections with nature. And I hope that you found a message in this story that applied to you as well. Thank you.